Hi guys, welcome back to Crickaholics. Today in this video, we are going to be looking at our respective T20 11s, and this is going to be the last video of our best 11 series. So we have Adi, Ani, and Barani with us. So let's see the openers. Ani, who are your openers?
Warner and Malan as my openers. Warner has been very consistent for Australia and he's been doing very good. While Malan in 14 games has scored 637 runs and has been in a top-notch form and is in number one in T20 batsmen. So I have gone with them.
Good choices, Ani. Now let's see what Adi has.
I have gone in with David Warner and Josh Butler as my openers. David Warner, as Ani said, is a really great player and he deserves to be in the opening slot in my 11. And Josh Butler has been phenomenal for England and even in IPL. So he can master the chase anytime, any situation. So I go with Josh Butler and David Warner. David Warner is also my captain for the team. I'm really impressed how he captained SRH without bowlers like Bhuvneshwar Kumar.
Good choice, Asadi. Now let's see what Barani has.
Yeah, Srivats. My openers are David Warner and Babar Azam. As David Warner had an excellent year in T20s, in 6 matches he had 287 runs to his name and exceptional average of 287. Since he has been dismissed only once in a year. In T20s against Sri Lanka at home, he registers scores of 100 not out, 60 not out, and 57 not out. Warner has a strike rate of 145.68. And Babar Azam, who has been in amazing form, will open with Warner. In 10 matches, he has amazed 374 runs at an average of 41.55. So these are my openers.
Good choices, Barani. Now let's see my openers. I have David Warner and Johnny Bairstow. As everyone said, David Warner, he is in the top 11 for every team. His performance has been so good for Australia, and having a strike rate of 145 is not even easy. So that's why I've gone with David Warner. Then Johnny Bairstow. If Johnny Bairstow crosses 30 runs, no one can stop him. His T20 his year in T20s has been very good. That too, in his performance in IPL is also very good. So that's why I've chosen Johnny Bairstow, and David Warner as my captain and Johnny Bairstow as my wicket keeper. Now let's see the top order players. So Ani, who are your top order batsmen?
Yes, Srivats, I've gone with Virat Kohli and one down. He's been phenomenal and we don't need to talk anything about him. We all know why he has to be there. Next is Williamson, ice cool, and I think he's going to be the captain of my team as well. He's been fantastic under pressure and that's why we are having. Next is KL Rahul as wicket keeper. He has also been fantastic this year, and in IPL he has had a successful season with the orange cap to his name. In international cricket also he has been good. He is in number 4 in the ICC rankings. So I prefer to go with them.
Good choices, Ani. Now let's see what Adi has.
My top order players are Virat Kohli at number 3. He is a fantastic player. He has been a match winner for India in any situation, and he is an obvious choice. My number 4 is Kane Williamson. Kane Williamson has been a savior for both New Zealand and SRH, and I think he fits perfectly in that spot. And my number 5 is Ben Stokes. Ben Stokes is the best all-rounder at the moment right now. He is a great hitter of the ball, and he also can play well if the team is in a bad situation. So these 3 are my top order.
Good choices, Adi. Now let's see what Burrow has.
Yeah, my top order players are Virat Kohli will lead my 11. Just like Test and ODIs, he has been in great form in T20s as well. And David Malan has played only 4 games, but he smashed 208 runs. And Ian Morgan, as a good player, in 9 matches he has scored 286 runs to his name at the strike rate of 180. So these are my top order players.
Interesting choices, Barani. So let's see who are my top order players. I have gone with Nicholas Pooran, Virat Kohli, and Steve Smith. As you know, Nicholas Pooran might be an interesting option to take, but I have taken him because of his hitting power. If he hits a ball in the middle, it will go for 6. So that's why, because of his strike rate and his power, that's why I've chosen him. And Virat Kohli, as no, he does not require any introduction. He's been a match winner for India in any format. So that's why I've chosen him. And Steve Smith. This also might be an interesting choice, but I want to see him in action in T20s. That's why I've chosen him. So these are my top order players. So let's see who are the middle order players. Sony, who are the middle order players?
I've gone with Sakib Al Hasan. Sakib Al Hasan has been phenomenal for Bangladesh. He's one of the greatest player Bangladesh has ever produced. He can bat good as well as bowl good. So I've gone with him, and as well as Maxwell. Many think that IPL is very important for a T20 form, but it isn't. Maxwell has been phenomenal for Australia, and he so deserves to be in any team.
These are some interesting choices, Sunny. Now let's see the middle order players for Adi.
Even I have gone in with Maxwell. As Ani said, IPL form does not matter in international cricket. Maxwell has been the savior for Australia in tough situations, and he can smack the ball anyways. And my number 7 batsman is Pollard. Pollard is a match winner player. Give him any situation, he'll win the match for you. And yeah, he can strike the ball really well. He can hit sixes out of the park, and yeah, he's a great player. So my number 6 and number 7 are Maxwell and Kieron Pollard.
Nice choices, Adi. Now let's see what Barney has. So Baro, tell me your middle order.
My middle order are Glenn Maxwell and Quinton de Kock. Glenn Maxwell had an amazing year, and Quinton de Kock is an amazing player. T20 as my T20 captain as well. He will keep wickets for the team. In 3 matches, he has scored 150 runs at the strike rate of 140. So these are my middle order batsmen.
Good choices, Barney. Now let's see who are my middle order players. My middle order players are Ben Stokes, Hardik Pandya, and Pat Cummins. So Ben Stokes, a comeback after the 2016 World Cup final was inspiring, and this beat batting, bowling, or fielding. He has done amazing throughout, and his performance is at the peak. So that's why I chosen Ben Stokes and Hardik Pandya. He is the power hitter for India. Beat any bowler, any ground. He will hit sixes. He can smack the ball. So that's why I've gone with Hardik Pandya. And Pat Cummins, I recognized him as an all-rounder after this season. So his bowling and batting is very good. So that's why I've gone with him. Now let's see who are the bowlers. So Ani, who are your bowlers?
I've gone with Rashid Khan, Stark, Archer, and Bolt. Rashid is, without any doubt, one of the greatest leg spinners in the world currently. He's been doing really good for Afghanistan, though there's they aren't that great a team. Next is Stark. Stark has been phenomenal for Australia, and we don't need to talk about him as there are many fans of Stark here. Next is Archer. He's a phenomenal bowler. He can bowl at the correct lengths, and he can get any batsman out for you as a breakthrough. He has got even Warner out several times, as well as he has been a good batsman as well, coming in and hammering some sixes towards his end of innings. Finally, Bolt. Many talk about the importance of death bowling, but power play is equally important, and Bolt has been phenomenal in power plays anywhere, anytime. That's why I've gone with them.
Good choices, Sunny. Now let's see the choices of Adi. Adi, who are your bowlers?
Rashid Khan, Archer, Bumrah, and Rabada. Rashid Khan needs no introduction. He is the best T20 bowler right now. And yeah, you can't hit 30 or 40 runs in his 4 overs. You should just play without losing wickets. Jofra Archer is my favorite fast bowler right now. He can also bat well, but in fast bowling, give him a new ball or give him the death, or let him bowl in the middle overs. He'll do the job for your team. And Bumrah, Jasprit Bumrah is the best bowler for India. He has proved it many times, and yeah, he has also done very good for Mumbai Indians. And Rabada is a great bowler for South Africa and also for Delhi Capitals. He has been a great dead bowler overall, and he's also the purple cap holder of last season. So yeah, Rabada is my number 11.
Interesting choices, Adi. Now let us know the bowlers of Barani.
Yeah, my bowlers are Grant Home, Mitchell Santner, Chris Jordan, and Lasith Malinga. Grant Home has a consistence of runs with the bat, In matches, he scored 301 runs at a strike rate of 150. And Mitchell Santner, he is an impressive bowler. In 12 matches, he has claimed 20 wickets. And Chris Jordan has claimed 14 wickets in 8 matches. And Lasith Malinga, he continues to impress at the T20 level in 10 matches. So these are my bowlers.
Good choices, Barney. Now my choices are Rashid Khan, Jofra Archer, and Bumrah. So Rashid Khan, batsmen are actually lucky that he has only 4 overs to bowl, or else he will be unplayable. Even in this 4 overs, playing him is not easy, and he has done very well in T20 format. My next bowler is Jofra Archer. He has also done very well for England. His economical bowling is very good for T20s, and he has been very consistent for England also. His bouncers are unplayable, as I've been saying in the past 3 videos. Now, my next bowler is Bumrah. Bumrah is the best bowler for England. Sorry, for India. Sorry, I'm sorry. He's the best bowler for India. His speeds are also unplayable. If he hits the length, it's not even easy to play. And the batsmen are lucky that he also has only 4 overs. So these are my choices. Thanks to all guys who have been part of this video. Me, Ani, Adi, Niru, Bharani. So thanks to the editors also, Sanjay and Harendra who have been, and Anirudh Balaji who have been helping us throughout. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. That's it for this video, and that's it for the whole best 11 series. So please keep supporting us, and please comment your favorite team in the comment section, and please share, subscribe, and like our video.